Alrighty. Okay, I had an idea for a thing to do, a little video to do. Oh, hold on. My mic's in the wrong spot. There we go. Had an idea for a little video to do, and Sunset had a better idea, make a stream out of it, so that's exactly what's happening. I'm just gonna kill Uber Sirus for a while. I killed him like 6 times or so, before we thought, hey, let's stream it. I got a couple of Orbs of Dominance and an Awakener's Orb. Feels pretty, lucky. But anyway, I'm going to kill him, set up fragments for 30 kills. Maybe I'll do more than that. Maybe not. We'll see. Anyway, he has been, just absolutely dying. He's made out of paper. So this is, pretty nice. I've never, ever done any sort of bossing strategies as a currency thing for, a video. And it's just such a good idea. Don't know why I never thought of it.
How boring and small. You want the Atlas?
Good morning. You know what? I don't have the pop link in my clipboard on this character, but I think it was our last video on the YouTube channel, so I think if you just check our last video. Oh, you know what? Maybe it was the video before. I think our last video was a hype video. But yeah, it's this Penance Brand Elementalist.
A real talent. You finally caught my attention.
Oh yeah.
Why run? What's the point?
Anyway, hello everybody. Good morning. It's whatever time it is, usual streaming hours. I mean, that'll definitely happen, big dog. Sometimes that's the whole thing with bossing, right? Is RNG is RNG for real. I mean, I respect the people who will do 400 kills of a boss, and then all they'll do with it is be oh yeah, here's a Reddit post of me doing 400 kills. Man, you gotta stream that, or make a video out of it or something. Am I right? Just out here killing a boss a million times in a row for the love of the game. Although, I mean, I do love this game when you have stuff like that, where the boss is cooked in just a few seconds. That feels good. I think that was definitely me. I think that was stream notification. Yeah. That's right, we're doing it. Alright, time to die, Sirus. Can I beat it? No, not quite. Oh, I definitely guessed wrong. Not that it matters. Alright, Crimson Jewel. Nope, nothing good there. I probably should be picking up all of the rare items that drop as well, in the hopes that any of them have a good mod, like Explodey. But
I'm sorry.
maybe I will while I'm waiting for Zana to open her portal. In that case, restock on those. And so this is the biggest issue with doing Sirus a billion times, right? Is you get dumped not back into your hideout, but back into whatever town you were in. But I don't know, with that being said, pretty fast fight, I think. Definitely not the fastest.
Did you really think this would work?
It's no Uber or Turbo Elder. It's not Uber Eater. But, it's not too bad.
How boring and small. You want the Atlas? Take it.
Yeah, let's do it.
But Aurea, I will.
So you get this nice bit of RP here every time you go to kill Sirus. You can watch your TV shows or interact with stream chat or just contemplate your life. Maybe you can look and see how much currency you've made so far. Who knows? I think I've spent about... I'll have to sit and math it out, but I think I spent about 25 divines on awakening fragments. I think that's roughly right. I'll have to think about it once I'm done, if I stop at 30. Anyways, just looking at my little tab here. Right now I'm at like 25 Divine's Profit, or whatever, worth of Dominance Orbs and Awakener's Orbs, so I've already broken even.
Your lives are meaningless.
Maybe I'm a madman, but there's something kind of therapeutic about this. I think the reason I've never been, like, one to just sit and... no, not that. Oh, God. That is bad for currency per hour. Well, I was going to say,
that.
yeah. No kidding.
Don't stand there.
Thank you, Bran.
You're welcome.
Well, what I was going to say is... you can kind of turn your brain off and just, like, be very relaxed and chill. As long as you don't die. It's very therapeutic.
Don't turn too much of your brain off.
Yeah, I went a little too far. Oh my god, how have I... that's... alright, I've now tripled my death total. I had one death earlier where I did not have D&D on and somebody traded, or wanted to trade with me, and I was like looking at it and just stood in the degen circle, and then this one I just tried to walk through it. I'm very smart.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, not that I care about XP on this character at this point in the league. I bought 30. Initially my plan was 20, and then I just bought another 10 a minute or so ago. I think they're 11 to a Divine right now. So... what is 30? 150? So actually, I spent less than 20 Divines, huh? Alright, sweet. Well, R.I.P. Sirus. Oh my god. I probably should have the Goliath Greaves. What is that called? Unbound Tempest? I probably should have those be in the filter. Let me take a look. I don't remember if this mod is worth anything. Not really. 20 chaos? No. Yeah, sorry, I don't have pub set up in Nightbot. I'll fix that before the like next stream or whatever. Oh, on YouTube, I don't know.
We stream so often that we're really up on everything.
I'm so good at it. Yeah, Grandpa's first stream for sure.
Did you really think this would work?
Alright, this is the point where you're allowed to turn your brain off, and then later when the degen pools are moving around, that's where you have to be a little bit more locked in.
How boring and small.
Well, I was gonna say that, you know, other than the one time I had died while I was, like, trying to trade somebody, that, all of these were only taking, like, maybe 2.5 minutes each. This RP really slows it all down. How much do I have in this build? So I've obviously got a Mage Blood, you know, and then we've got this, 8-link helm, 8-mod helm, whatever. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what else. It's probably like 500 or 600 divines, but it might be more. It's definitely, like, there's no mirror gear in here at all.
A real talent. You finally caught my attention.
Why run? What's the point?
Alrighty. And now we run, so that we don't get killed by the degen. This really is, I think of all the tier 17 mods, the Awakener's Desolation, I think it really is my least favorite, most hated, however you want to phrase it, is the one that I think sucks the most. Turning off regen is just, like, such an absolute bummer for so many builds. I get what they were trying to do with tier 17 stuff, but like the Awakener's Desolation is so oppressive too. It's everywhere. Is my helm bad in Pob?
Warrant all this.
Why run? What's the point?
I mean, I think the gold flask is like just completely different. Ultimately, for bossing, I would use it over an Oriath's End because the whole point of Oriath's End is just to be like explodey clear. For mapping, Oriath's End's obviously better. I've been meaning to save my flask on use for this point right here, though. Yeah, for that final phase to guarantee I get them. Okay, there's an Oriath's End. Sick. Yeah, I definitely need to not be running too strict of a filter for this. I'm going to turn this way down to, like, very strict. Will I be able to see everything then? All right, cool. Oh, I hit the wrong keybind. All right. Hello, King's March. Goodbye, King's March. All right, that's another 4 done. Well, 3 done, technically. Oh, wrong place with that. Oriath's End is such a fun flask. I know it's super duper cheap now, but it's so fun. Like, getting Explodey built in to pretty much any build. It's a lot of Explodey, too. Or a lot of Explodey chance, like 30%, I think.
You want the Atlas? Take it. It's yours. But Aurea, I will burn to the ground. Perhaps the suffering of my fellow citizens will finally stir something.
Leave me.
I can actually post the pub. Let's see if I can paste it in there. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Alright, Sirus, come on down. It's time to die.
Your lives are meaningless. Fury of the cosmos. Obliteration.
The others found
Yeah, true. I actually made a crit Explodey combo chest for this character, but the energy shield rolls on it were so bad that I think in upgrading to this chest, which is obviously, it's got a lot of energy shield, like 1300, I went from like 5,600 energy shield or something up to, you know, as you can see, 9,000. So it was just like, spell crit was great. I think I was at 100, I think I was crit capped. This is a pretty good roll, and then very high Explodey chance, but it just wasn't worth it. And there's not really anything you can do to deal with it because the Explodey's a prefix and the spell crit's a suffix, and there's not really anything I could do to, like, you can't use Eldritch Currency or anything. You can't really do anything except YOLO and Null, and I just didn't want to delete my, like, whatever, 30, 50 divine body armor. Yeah, I am streaming on Twitch as well. Lerald Live, because I'm Lerald and I'm alive. Die. Ah. Alright, cool. I blocked it. None of these are anything. Yep. Time to leave. Is Fossilized Spirit Shield a Redeemer one? Anything? Probably not, right? I feel like the answer is no. I feel like it's no. Okay, maybe that increased effective non-curse auras from your skills mod is worth something. 50 chaos, maybe? I think we don't count that. I think we don't count that. I think we just throw that in a 100 chaos dump tab, and then that's just like a bonus if it ever sells. Which at this point in the league, I don't even know if I'll be online long enough to sell it. And then once again, hello King's March, goodbye King's March. My keybinds for the two are right next to each other. So, all right, we throw that in there, and then we pull out another 25. Actually, we can do 30. 27. All right, 3 more. That's 30. All right. Fill up the whole secondary tab. This is so nice. I love this. This little addition that they've made here of the little side pouch or whatever next to the map device interface is so good.
Did you really think this would work?
Sirus, please, we want to help you. Don't do anything hasty.
I'm maybe God's most noble soldier when it comes to liking PoE 2. I don't think that's true, but I do like PoE 2 a lot, but like I know a lot of people are detractors or whatever, but I mean, we're already getting quality of life stuff back into PoE 1 out of the existence of PoE 2, so, you know, I count that as a win.
The suffering of my fellow citizens will finally stir something.
Be utterly annihilated.
What's this? A real challenge?
Thank you.
You'll find
I appreciate that. I've really never been a bossing build guy. I can think of one time when I made what I would call like a pretty good bossing build. I don't even remember what it was. It was some sort of trapper at like league start. It was like the one time where I was like, I'm gonna play something other than Toxic Rain to please get out of here, Deatomization Storm. Please, please leave. Okay. And I don't even remember if Sirus was in the game at this point. Like, that's how long ago it was. And I remember getting like some nice unique off of, I would say like Minotaur or something, and being like very, very happy. Like day one of the league, and that's like the last time I ever was like, yeah, I'm gonna play a bossing build. The closest I think I've ever really gotten since then is like Toxic Raid Pathfinder day one. Yeah. Well, bossing's kind of sick. I think the biggest downside to doing bossing as like a strategy at the start of a league is where's the XP coming from, especially in the current state of the game. Come on. This is bad. Okay. All right, there we go. Oh, I definitely think they're doing that. Yeah, I think they're workshopping a lot of concepts in PoE 2 that they're going to re-add into PoE 1. I mean, that's why when people do get, like, negative or upset about PoE 2... Damn. I just think, like, you know, there is good stuff happening in PoE 1 because of PoE 2's existence.
Sirus, this was all my fault.
Like, that little beside the map device thing is, like, just the tip of the iceberg, of course. There probably is going to be some sort of auction house at some point, and it's probably going to come because of them testing and iterating on it in PoE 2, and then be backfilled into PoE 1. Pure speculation, I don't know anything. Just in general.
Did you really
That's
think
the end of the
this
thought.
would work?
Please, we want to help you. Don't do anything hasty.
Destroying you is flicking a pest.
No, Here I...
How boring and small. You want the Atlas? Take it. It's yours. But Aurea, I will burn to the ground. Perhaps the suffering of my fellow citizens will finally stir
It really is, like, shocking how tanky they've made Elementalist. Like, I'm not gonna open the tree up in the middle of, an Uber fight here, but you basically have, like, 4 different Ascendancy nodes that are, like, very good tankiness nodes. Like, they would be, like, one of the best nodes in any Ascendancy in terms of, like, adding tankiness. Like, what is it called? The one that gives you the Elemental Aegis and LE Reflect is, like, cracked. And then, the Golem one's obviously insane. And then, like, all the rest are pretty insane. I did make the helmet. I meant to make a video about how to make the helmet. That is probably the next thing that's gonna happen from us, is making just a short video on how to craft the helmet, because it is painful, but worth it.
It's involved, and it didn't
Yeah.
seem like it would fit with the last video, because it would have been an incredibly long video. And
Exactly.
while we know that some people like that, we've also learned that some people really don't like that. And we just want to make everybody happy. That's actually not
Exactly.
true. We're just going to make videos whatever length we want to, but it just was over long.
Yeah. Like, I started doing it, and I realized, like, this video is going to be way too long, and a lot of people will just want to buy the helm instead of crafting it, so it's better to just do... People who want to see more, better to just do 2 videos, and then also exactly what you're saying, Barsman, yes. Like, this is not just a helm that's only for this build. It is a helm that is going to be used for, like, so many different caster builds. So it makes more sense to make that as its own standalone video. Like, we did a video, I think, like, maybe a year ago at this point, about just being Elemental Ailment immune. Just straight up, here's how to be Elemental Ailment immune on any build. And it just covers all the ways, you know, how to make Storm Shroud boots, how to make, you know, whatever. Like, all the different, like, approaches to it. And so I kind of wanted it to be something that would more just stand on its own like that. Here's how to craft an 8 mod helm. Yeah. Hey, Demon Man. I'm killing Uber Sirus a bunch of times to see what he drops. I was gonna put that in the title, but it felt like it was a little too long. Yeah, I just want to see what he drops. I'm killing him 30 times at least. That's what I have queued up in terms of fragments. Just see what he drops, see how we do in terms of profit.
Also, the other reason, for fun.
Yeah, it's true. He deserves to be taken down a peg. So right now, looking at my Wealthy Exile and my second monitor here, the stash tab for that does have all my Awakening fragments in it, so it's not totally accurate. But yeah, I'm at like 30 plus divines. In terms of just like raw currency that's dropped from this boss, I think I'm at like 25 divines. And just doing like napkin math, thinking about what this actually costs. Right now it's like 11 Sirus fragments to a divine, so you can get like a little over 2 Sirus kills per div. So if I'm doing 30, that's like 14 divines or something. And yeah, if I'm already at 24 divines, then I'm well over the point of having made my money back. Even if I don't get a single other good drop this whole time. But I bet I will.
Your lives are meaningless.
Yeah. Go ahead, Sirus. Oh, you know what? I'm running a stun immune flask instead of a crit one. Oof. Alright, I'll fix that after, I don't remember if I have, like, a tier 1 crit flask or if it's, like, tier 2 or something. Oh, cool. Headhunter buff. Well, that's alright. Alright, I don't think any of these are worth anything. Let me just see if there's a good mod of some kind on this, Warlord ring. Oh, flammability on hit ring. That's not probably worth anything now. 20 chaos, whatever.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
This is the worst part of this whole process. This right here. You kill him, that's fine. The RP before you fight him, that's totally fine too. It's the killing him, zoning out, not into your hideout, so load screen, longer load screen because you're loading everybody's MTX in town. Maybe it's smart to like go to Act 8 or somewhere that's going to have nobody in it instead of the epilogue. Didn't think about that until just now. Whatever. Then you have to load back into your hideout. Then you get to start up another run of the big dog. Yeah.
How boring.
Yeah, I would say pretty much all of the ailment immunity. I think all of the ailment immunities still work on the current patch. We only made that video in, I think it was in Settlers League, pretty sure, and I don't think they removed any ailment immunities in the transition into Merc League. So I think every single bit of that still works. I really like, oh man, I can't remember the names of the different Echo bosses, like which one is which. The one that's like the big, I don't want to say snake, but like whatever, snake man. He's long, the very long Brontosaurus boss. That one has awesome like aesthetics. The music and the voice acting and the sound design are great. I really am going to hate that fight on... Yeah, Dread. That's it. I am really going to hate that fight on Uber because of the, like, gathering the flowers. That is such a weird mechanic. I think it's well tutorialized. I got to even give them credit for that. You get, like, the quest text over in the side that says, like, go pick the flowers or whatever. It works. I just don't like... I don't like it. Come on, man. Okay, we got him. But then the other two fights I think are great. The one that's like Diablo-ish, the one that's like in like a little library area, which I guess they all kind of are. That one's a little too simple. You could basically just spin around him, walk behind him the entire time, and he'll never hit you. That's how I killed him the first couple of times on a, like, super undergeared character. But I assume on on Uber version of it, it's going to be, like, brutal. So I'm sure it'll be great. And then I think all the aesthetics and stuff are good. Boo. Alright. I don't think any of this is worth anything, but let's just see if there's a... Nope. Huh. Increased dent isn't worth anything, right? Oh, 50 chaos, but it's on the wrong base. There's no way this is worth anything. Unaffected by chilled ground is hilarious. I hate those mods. I hate all of the unaffected by ground effects mods that are on boots because I really do think they could be very good. Yeah. Sirus glitching is very frustrating. I think all of those like ground effect immunity prefixes on boots could be awesome, but because you have to get defensive mod, whether it's like life or ES or whatever, and you have to get move speed, you just have no room for any other valuable prefixes on boots, and so they're just like a completely invalidated thing because of the necessity of move speed being on boots. Like that is probably the single biggest thing that like I look at Chris back when he was like making items, and now Jonathan and Mark when they're running the company, and I just go, I feel like you guys are I feel like I might be the only sane man like looking at this situation. Like I feel like everyone is crazy except me. Boots having move speed as a prefix is terrible. It should be like an implicit or something. Even if there were like a little bit of move speed on the prefix, if it were like up to 5% and then the rest of it was an implicit, like that would be something. Yeah, Echo of Trauma. That one, I like the aesthetics of that fight. The mechanics are bad. I am exceedingly hyped for the next PoE 2 League. I am very, very excited about the third edict, yeah. We did a video, this morning, maybe? Yeah, this morning. Yesterday, whatever. Just like kind of speculating and talking about like what leaks we know about, if they're even to be believed, which who can say. Super hyped. One thing I didn't include in there is I am actually excited about the story. I'm actually excited about learning more
Yeah,
about
unlike
the game
that other
story.
game we play, it seems like the people who are writing this story care about it.
Definitely true. Definitely agreed on that front.
Really interesting enough to warrant all this.
Not naming names or anything.
No, specifically not naming names. I'm actually quite invested in the PoE2 story. Yeah, the POB in this video and like in the whatever, the build and the POB is still the same as I've been playing. The only things that I've like made any little tweaks are just stuff like I mentioned in the video, like moving a flask around a bit or swapping the Merc's neck over if I'm doing bossing. Hell yes. Pretty sure this is all trash, but let's just see if we got Culling Strike. We got 30% increased dot. That's, forgot that was a Warlord pod. Yeah, that's terrible, right? Anything on the helm? Is taking his fire? Nope. Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I am so, like... I am impressed that they added in 3 new in-game bosses for this patch. You know, like, people were obviously very upset about how long it had taken for us to get a new league. Rightly so. We're just gonna throw this in 100 Chaos tab. Don't believe that it will sell. Certainly won't sell with me on D&D. Yeah. You know, I think they really delivered with Merc League. Like, I've been very, very happy with the way this league has come together.
How boring and small.
I think I would agree with you on that one, Brandon. Like, I think that move speed being a thing on boots in PoE 1 the way that it is makes sense because there's so much control over gear. Like, you know, with the amount of currency I have, I could go to just a vendor in Act 2 and get boots and turn them into move speed boots with ease, you know, as Essence of Zeal. Obviously, we don't have anything remotely resembling that in PoE 2. And that would be okay for, like, damage or defensiveness, but for something so specifically, like, tied to the game feeling good, or just not shitty, you know, I think it's like, that's the one thing where I think there needs to be more of like a premium put on giving players baseline move speed by default. Even if there was some room for it to be like a little bit higher on the boots, like as a prefix, but also exists as an implicit. Yeah, you do have to walk so much more in maps in PoE 2 than you do in PoE 1 as well, so that also is like an issue. I'm glad to hear that the build's
path
going
of
well
walking.
for you.
I'm not big a fan of that.
Yep. I hate
Kinda
walking.
Reminds me of
Yeah?
that other game.
Yeah. Well, you know, at least in this game, they don't, like, give you mounts and then take them away.
True. True.
That's,
or let you fly.
That's
and
the
then take it
difference,
away.
yeah. Imagine if you could fly and then they take it away every couple of
I don't know how that would
months.
work with the viewing angle in PoE. I don't think that would be a good time.
Badly?
Honestly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds bad.
Alright, let's do it, Sirus. Time to die. Oh, snap. Tranquility. Yeah, this guy's gonna be at a 50% shock. Maybe. Oh, maybe not. He's so tanky. Alright, that's fine. I'm confident these are worthless. I was justified in my confidence. Yeah, honestly, this is like... I know normally... Penance Brand does kind of require more like multiple mirrors rather than like maybe half a mirror to get up to the level that it's at right now, but boy oh boy, is this just like already feeling like maybe the all-time build for me. Certainly an all-time build. Oh, okay, all right, that was 6. Alright, time to dump. Didn't really mean to ID these, but whatever, I will. Just ID it all. There we go. Alright. And let's pull another 30. And do another 6 runs here. What are we at? 26. Alright. 30. You know, this is something I never really took for granted because I have so rarely just sat down and, like, almost is doing a lot of heavy lifting in that sentence. This version's almost SSF viable. Almost, yeah. You just need, like, some really good double corrupts and some, you know, and to craft an 8-mod helm in SSF, yeah.
How boring and small. You want the Atlas?
But yeah, after doing, like, I would say, like, the last 2 weeks of Abyss Farm, where every map is, like, 8 to 10 to 12 minutes, like, doing this speed bossing, kind of blown away by how quickly it's going. I felt like this would be one of those things. It's like, well, that'll certainly take hours. And then, no, it doesn't. This isn't even, like, a particularly fast boss. If I were doing, like, Turbo Elder or whatever, that would really be flying. Eater, I suppose, would be the one. Super Eater. Yeah, the tankiness on display here is crazy. You're able to put so much more of your, like, whatever build resources into being tanky because you can offload having Wrath and Zealotry into your Merc. And you can get extra, like, mod effect out of that, too. No, 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 no. We won't be dying here. Shouldn't have hit my flask, though. You only get 1 chug per kill. Yeah. There's no way that this Soul Eater ring tech sticks around long term. But man, it is very fun while it's here. And the thing is, there's always going to be some completely insane tech in PoE, right? Like, there's going to be something probably about as good. So, you know, just have to figure out what it is next time around. It's definitely kind of, that's a good way to start off a sentence. It's definitely made me, like, rethink some things, though. Like, I always play attack-based builds. I always think, like, physical or tanky or whatever in other games. And I hadn't really...
You always hope that Toxic Rain is good.
Oh my god, I always hope that Toxic Rain is good. Good morning.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't start the list with that.
Yeah, well, you know... Look, it's good for what it is, right? You know?
Like, I mean, you like a build, right? I mean...
Bingo.
That's it, you know? You like it, it feels comfortable, you know exactly what you need to build it up, and... Like,
yeah.
It's a lot easier, especially if you've done it, like, 10 times already, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that is really the move. It's just copy from Jungrown or Ben. I mean, that's the whole thing with me liking Toxic Rain, too. Like, as much as I like Toxic Rain, Ben plays Toxic Rain all the damn time, and he's obviously better than me at the game. He's better than everyone at the game. And, you know, like, that's okay. You know. But the fact that he, like, does go back to the well, he went back to it, I think, at some point in Settlers League, or maybe it was Necropolis, like, he was playing I'm pretty sure it was, like, late Settlers League, because I was thinking, like, I'm going to make a Toxic Rain Trickster, I'm going to do something different. And I load up YouTube, and it's Ben's Toxic Rain Trickster, and I'm like, never mind! And, yeah, then, you know, here we are, just playing TRPF for the first, like, couple weeks of the league yet again. I like what I like. I know what it is as Pathfinder, though. Like, it's a starter car. That's totally fine. Obviously, if I were doing this on Toxic Rain, it is not a finisher build. That's right. I mean, that's the move. Watch Jungrown for tech. Jungrown is watching, like, you know, Korean and Chinese streamers for tech.
just goes to show there's room for everybody.
There sure is.
What? Guilty crumble. Creation itself. Glorious flames.
Really interesting enough to warrant all this pain.
Come on now.
My innocence be broken.
Oh, yeah. It's so satisfying just watching the boss health evaporate like that. I have absolutely no idea what I'm going to play next league in PoE 2. I wasn't even sure, like... I'm not even sure, like, if I want to spend a bunch of time trying to practice and, like, get better at doing the campaign, or, like, just wait until they do the reveal and see, like, what's going to change big time, and then try and, like, focus on that. Can I kill him? Yes! Alright. Alright, there's no way any of this is good, but let's just check it out. Junk. And, we're going to call that junk. Thank you. Oh, I love hearing that. We both like hearing that. Thank you, Kazooie. That's right. I did play around with... I just, like, logged onto a character that I had, like, abandoned midway through Act last league in PoE 2, and I just did, like, a couple of, like, not Act bosses. I think it was, like, I can't remember their names. The married couple in Act 1 of PoE 2. And, damn, those are good fights. Like, I just playing around with, like, those fights, and then, like, Lachlan. I really like those fights a lot. I was doing them as a mace guy. In Cruel Act 1. So I had some skills. I wasn't just like, all, you know, running up auto attacking. Although, that was also something I was doing, because again, mace. You know, it's like, when you think about, like, what am I gonna league start? You want something that, like, is tanky, and fast, and does a lot of damage, and is cheap, and has good sustain. And can also boss well. It's like, I don't know what does all of that. I mean, the easy answer is just run Lightning Spear back. Which I gotta say, for like a while, up until they started teaser season, that was my plan. I was just gonna be like, alright, you know what? My favorite skills in PoE... No, damn it. Damn. My favorite skills in PoE 1 are obviously Toxic Rain, and then, like, Lightning Strike for a long time has been one of my faves. And just treat Lightning Spear like the new Lightning Strike, you know? I love it in PoE 2, so just commit to that. Come on, please let me through. Alright.
The others found strength.
Sirus, you dick.
They became reliant on
Oh, I definitely agree with that. Yeah, I think going back through the campaign, I started to say complain. Going back through the complain, in PoE 2, after having done it initially at the start of last league, it's really not so bad now. They really did fix, like, a lot of the pain points in the campaign. It's still probably too hard for, you know, like, the average player's level of what they want game difficulty to be. No. We will not be dying. Alright. I mean, they want it to be a hard game, right? And that's, like, a bit of a tight balance. A tight rope to walk between, like, this game's got to be difficult, but also it needs to still be fun, you know, like, whatever. I don't know, lifting a house up off the ground is incredibly difficult. Yeah, that's incredibly good. Alright, so that's... What is that? That's... 14 divines? Pretty good. And then we got a Redeemer.
Sirus, this was all my fault.
Amethyst ring with a terrible mod roll. I don't know if the base is worth anything. We could say it's worth 100 chaos. I don't think it is. Let's see if these have coal on them. Melee strike range. I'm confident that's nothing. Yeah. Nope. Okay, well, that was really good. Oh, man. You love to see that. Yeah, so I've been running Defiance of Destiny on my Merc most of the time in mapping. But then obviously not for bossing, because... Why would I? I want that extra damage. Let me ID these. Okay, let's see. I was going to change flasks out. Oh, I just have this 46% crit one. I'll still... That's fine, I'll do that. Again, I don't know that this ring will ever sell. But let's just say 100 chaos. I wouldn't say no to 100 chaos. Who am I to turn my nose up
Who
at?
are you to scoff at 100 chaos?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I also look at it, especially as the league gets a little bit on and it's, you know, long in the tooth, if you will. I know people, high-level players, are like, oh yeah, you clear out all your garbage out of your
Did you really think
dump tabs or whatever. I kind of see it as like a public service to have some okay gear and like 10 and 20 chaos dump tabs kind of deeper into the league for people who are playing catch up or making a new character or whatever. I think it's nice.
how boring
I'm not even gonna attempt to pronounce your name. Oh, actually, no, wait, hold on.
take it?
Straight to the top. Okay, got it. It is an 8-link, pseudo 8-link helm. So, conk effect, 30% more melee damage. Hypothermia. I didn't get a level 20 hypothermia, which is okay. But then I got the 3% socketed spell crit chance, which is pretty good. And then, you know, the +1 AoE gem, so that's pretty solid. So it's pretty good helm. I haven't looked to see what it would actually sell for. The last one last time I looked, it was like 600 divines or a mirror or whatever, but I think it was like, I think I was looking at like actual mirror helms with like level 25 hypo, not my level 18 piddly little level 18 hypothermia. Yeah, like I don't always respond to every single trade request that comes in if I'm like, you know, whatever, busy, but usually I do. Like I try to. And oh, I cannot recommend this build highly enough, and I do think it will be like toast next league. I would say if you have anywhere close to the divines to get it, like, you know, to get the gear acquired to get this build up and running. 10.
Wait, are you saying that we've been lying to all of the people who ask questions about what will be good next week? That we actually can tell the future?
Oh, that's a good point. Good morning. Good morning to Germany. Yeah. But like, this is the boss DPS. No, 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 no. I don't want to get sandwiched. I wouldn't say no to a sandwich, but I don't want to get sandwiched. Yeah.
I don't think we have stuff for sandwiches right
No,
now.
I ate it all.
Yeah,
I accidentally ate my
in the,
flask a
studio
second ago,
kitchen
too.
making sandwiches yesterday,
That's
and
right.
then you ate them all, so now there are no more sandwiches.
Trash. Yeah, I'm pretty sure all these Tempest Rising boots are, like, worthless. I don't think there's any way that these can have, like, good mods on them to actually be good.
I'm sorry.
I didn't mean to pick that bow up either, but now I'm going to look at it since I did. Oh, worthless. All right. I don't even remember what is on this pair of boots. Move speed. Cool. Duration of ailments. Damaging ailments still damage faster and count as move. So they're like ignite bleed boots? Oh, that's so bad. I could see like... I could maybe see like a version of some sort of bleed build that then just has like cursory ignite built into it just to make it so that everything counts as moving. But wouldn't you just play gladiator instead? Or I don't know. I barely ever played bleed builds. I think the last time I played bleed build was Heist League, aka Door League. Yeah. Yeah, this build is great, and I really do. Even if you weren't playing Penance Brand at all, even if you're just running an Elementalist, like, that alone is, like, really doing it for me. Elementalist plus, not to pause him, but the Flesh and Flame that gives you a Bringer of Ruin. Two of my absolute favorite Ascendancy nodes in the entire game, and they're right next to each other. I've never really played that much Elementalist in the past. I just, one, really like Heralds, and two, really like Golems. And the fact that doing a whole Golemancer is now 2 Ascendancy points instead of 4. Just...
Is that what you want for your birthday, a golem?
Do you got any golems laying around? Do you think you can get one here before my birthday?
I guess we'll find out.
Alright.
I'm pretty lucky.
Does luck really enter into it? Yeah. Damn, that is nice. Yeah, I spent a while hunting my Wrath Zealotry Merc. I did, I had like a bunch of lighthouse, like just regular tier 16 lighthouse maps, and I had read on Reddit or somewhere that people were like using them to hunt mercs very quickly. I think I did like 100, maybe it was like 70 lighthouse maps, and then I think like 50, 60 more dunes maps where I was just like run in, find the merc, kill it, leave, you know, that's it. It is weird that I don't have any Harold pun character names. All of my character names are either like Always Sunny puns or soda names.
Mountain Dew Baja Blast.
Yeah, mostly they're Mountain Dew Baja Blast. This is Baja Blast brand. And my last one was Baja Blast Stacker.
Yeah, when can we get that? When can we get that sponsorship?
Yeah, give me that Mountain Dew sponsorship.
Yeah, that Mountain Dew money.
That's right. I'll keep drinking that garbage. I love it.
Don't call. What? That's not how we get sponsorships. Careful.
No, it's great. Honestly, that whatever year it was, like 2007 era game fuel, whatever it was. That is like historically great soda. I'm a soda enthusiast. What's up, Sirus? You are cooked. The aesthetics of this build are pretty great too, as you can see. Like the exploding, it's so nice. Junk. I feel like these are junk too. Yeah, I am correct. Not even gonna bother with the claw.
Yeah, the studio fridge is mostly stocked with diet soda. We're not drinking
Yeah.
regular Mountain Dew. That is
True.
like the sweetest soda available here, I think.
Yeah, it is. Arc Elementalist. You know what's crazy is when I first started playing, I think Inky's Arc Witch was like one of the whatever de facto builds, and I just never touched it. And I've always thought like I really should. Like I looked into it and I was like, yeah, that seems great. And I just never played Arc Witch. I've never actually played Arc. I've like triggered Arc, but I've never just self-cast Arc before, which is absurd. You know, it's kind of hit and miss, Super Miko, as to whether they nerf powerful builds. Sometimes they do. Sometimes the nerfs, like the current league, I think, unless something changed in the last week, Trickster's still the most popular Ascendancy by a good margin, and it was last league and the league before. So, you know, kind of a lot of the time they will nerf whatever's really overperforming and buff whatever's underperforming within reason. They're not buffing everything. Heavy Strike ain't getting buffed. Or maybe it'll get like
it would be
plus.
more interesting if they just buffed everything and you just like went wilding out for the end of the league.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like, yeah. Oh, I don't want to be dying here. Yeah, it is surprising that Deadeye is like, it's not completely gone, but yeah, there was a while when every league after like a month or so. 3 weeks was just Bow League. It's just Tornado Shot Deadeye. The Grimro era. I mean, both still totally truck. And Lightning Arrow's fun, and it has great MTX. That was something I always disliked about Tornado Shot. I never really liked the MTX, and at least for me, not as big of a fan of like the audio of Tornado Shot as I am with like Lightning Arrow or Toxic Rain. Scourge Arrow of Man-Ass I am quite a fan of, though. Man, when Scourge Arrow, it was like very brief. It was like 1 league. I think it was Blight League. When Scourge Arrow had the like insane elemental damage contribution tuning, like I could like freeze, well, whatever shaper, like, you know, with 1 hit. Like with that was such a time. Nice. All right. Cool. A Restless Ward. Yeah, Awakener's Orb, not bad. And a fate worse than death.
Sirus, this was all my fault. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah? Interesting. I haven't really thought about, like, actual non-toxic rain bow builds in a while, but... yeah, that is definitely something I'll need to think about. Oh, it's re-up time. Alright, cool. Pull another 30 out of here. I'm not sure how many are actually left in here. I think we're getting pretty close to the end of the line, which is surprising. Might just buy some more. All right, 2 more. It's not a 2 more, and then we got 10 left. Okay. I did notice a little bit of a damage uptick in swapping from the stun immunity flask to the crit one. Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah, Bama is really, like, the most popular bow build now, which is, like... I mean, I've played Bama to, like, you know, speedrun the campaign and see how fast actually is it. And it's fast. It's fast as hell. Not my fave, though. I don't know. Like, playing this build, playing Penance Brand, and just, like, playing Stormbrand in the campaign a handful of times. And then, like, one of my favorite builds ever... also from Blight League, actually, is Stormbrand Assassin. It's a shame that Assassino is so terrible at this point in PoE 1. I would love for Assassin to make kind of a comeback. It could wind up being just like Elementalist, where it goes from being this like super, super offensive, like no defense ascendancy at all, to like now it has like 3 different defensive ascendancy or notables, and they all synergize nicely. Like, that could definitely happen. Fingers crossed. I'm putting that on the wish list for patch 328. 327? Yeah, we're in 326 now. All right. Well, you know what? I'll be realistic. It probably is more of a 328 type of deal. I've been predicting that Assassin's going to get huge buffs for like a year and a half, I think. And it hasn't happened yet. And that just means I need to triple down, because the longer it takes for it to happen, the bigger the buffs are going to be.
Oh, maybe we should shut our Discord down over it.
There you go. That's a great idea.
Now
Oh my god. I got... all right, this is going to be a slow one. Okay, we got a path back to our boy. It really did. Assassin has so many great, like, notables that are just completely overshadowed by Trickster, mostly. Like, I love Elusive. I love an Ascendancy that builds into making Elusive happen. But, like, everything about the way that Elusive works is, like, very much in line with the old defensive model for PoE. Yeah, like, you know, Elusive, the chance to not be hit. Sick, if getting hit doesn't mean you're instantly one-shot. But, unfortunately, in the current state of the game, it absolutely does. Alright, let's see if we can block it. Ah, nice. Alright. Yeah, I love charge stacking as well. So like any sort of charge stacker is gonna do it for me. Badge of the Brotherhood, power charge stacker, like dual void battery, Stormbrand assassin with a like a pseudo 6 or 8 leg helm and like Orb of Storms and that for just like instantly Tesla coiling bosses down. Sign me up, buddy. Blast from the past.
Did you really?
There are really good things to like Flesh and Flame steal from Assassin. But the problem again is that like there's better stuff to Flesh and Flame steal from Trickster, right? Like
How boring.
depends on your build, of course, but like why would you steal what is it, 1 power charge from here from Unstable Infusion? Why would you steal that when you could steal 2 frenzy charges from Swift Killer? Yeah. I mean, it depends on your build. If you're doing like Badge of the Brotherhood, then obviously frenzy charges are going to be worthless. You just scale power charges, and that takes care of both. But I think the tack of getting like the super long lasting charges out of Trickster is like so easy to do, where you just combine that with this mod, endurance charge every however long, and then now you just have permanent endurance charges, and with endurance charges having gotten that huge buff whatever last league, 2 leagues ago, it's kind of hard to not run that. Come on, where'd you go? Oh, he went back up. Alright, cool. Yeah, energy shield I think is probably the biggest issue. I mean, that's why it does like one of the first things I thought of to go on the bingo board for the QE2 wish list, because it's a huge... No! Oh, I was worried I was going to get too close. It's such an issue in both games right now. Like, it's more intuitive to build in Life. I want Life to be as good as Energy Shield is. It kind of makes sense that at the, like, super... Okay, alright, okay. Alright. Well, he better drop a damn Dominance Orb for this. You know what? This character isn't physical damage reflect immune, but the thing is you convert 100% of your physical damage into lightning. And then as an elementalist, you are just fully immune to elemental damage, yeah. Yeah, I did Alberon's boots on the Merc as well to just make him... He does no damage, and that's fine. He summons minions anyway. Even if he could do damage, it would be bad. Ugh.
This city is nothing.
Yeah, maybe I should have done a different boss, but not really. For one, this boss is crazy cheap, which was kind of the logic in doing this, right? Like, I'm gonna do a damn cheap boss. And then just see, can I make profit off of doing a boss that costs like less than half a divine to run? And the answer is, yeah, obviously. Alright, well none of these are good. Shark skin boots are a terrible base, and that's a terrible mod. In the past, it always felt like you could go life, you could get better layers of defensiveness on the smaller life pool. I'm just reading your comment. For anybody on the other platform, smaller life pool, on the other hand, on ES, you usually just had raw, high HP pool, but not that much mitigation. But that kind of got power crept so that you can have everything on Energy Shield now as well. I would agree 100% with that, and I think part of the reason why was the sweeping nerfs that GGG made to... like Grace and Determ and like some of the whatever, other defense scaling at the same time that they added in these new bases like Twilight Regalia in the interest of making those be like more appealing, you know, these cool new bases. And I guess like mission accomplished on that, I guess, but I think we're almost to the end here. All right, cool. Yeah, it's had this downside of kind of making it so that Energy Shield just completely clears life. Like, it's really not competitive at a high end, and it's okay, I think, with Energy Shield being more difficult to like put together or play or whatever, less intuitive, like that it could be more powerful at the high end, but the disparity in defensiveness between like a good Energy Shield build and a good life build is, you know, like the difference between being rich and like having your own planet. I mean, if you have 4 mirrors, you can play any build you want. I would recommend Penance Brand. At that budget, you can do Trickster, get a little bit more quality of life than you'll get out of an Elementalist. You know, if you're able to, like, have mirror tier weapons with Explodey on them and stuff, then you're not really going to need the, like, quality of life that's added by being an Elementalist. Although I am loving Elementalist.
Didn't anybody teach you that when you win the lottery, you shouldn't tell everyone?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, Armor Stacker's obviously great. Can't say no to armor stacking. Thank you. Well, thank you for tuning in, yeah. Look, we don't stream that often. Although that's definitely going to be streaming more.
We always say that, but then we
I
don't
know.
do it.
That's right. Well, what if now is the time that we finally... What if now is the time we finally do something different, like not die on Sirus?
Yeah, what if we did that? And by we, I mean you.
Yeah. Damn it, this is not going to be fun to get back to him. Or is it?
I'm not dying to Sirus. You're dying to Sirus.
Alright.
We need to have, like, dueling streams.
That's right.
Oh, we've got a Jared. Hello, Jared. Sorry, you can't creep.
Sounds like you just blew up your creeping.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably should have chosen any other Uber boss, but I like Sirus. I really like the music and the aesthetics of this fight. I like the part where he kills me a whole bunch. That's the best.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay, I do like the part where he drops Awakener's orbs. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And let's just ID these while we're waiting for Zana to open a way out of here. Up. Despair on hit ring on a gold ring. That's pretty bad. That's worthless. Let's see if that Despair on hit's worth anything. Ooh, 5 max life. That's good. This is nothing. This is nothing. All right. Hey, Jardo.
Hey, Jardo!
That's right. Ming, I would say that at this point in the league, Amethyst rings are not really expensive. You know, I mean, everybody's budget's going to be different, but Amethyst rings are usually like, when you're comparing like an influenced, whatever, an influenced to stone ring and an influenced amethyst ring is probably going to be like 3 to 5 times more expensive because Chaos Res is so much harder to come by.
Wait a minute, I thought Jardo had a different YouTube. Did you change the YouTube names?
Did you really think this would work?
Precisely. These orbs are worth so much late in the league, and I had a few of his fragments laying around from running a bunch of tier 17 Abyss. I wasn't sure if I wanted to make a video about it or not. I ultimately decided or not. I was making like 40 divines an hour. It's pretty insanely good. I think it's probably the best strat of the league, but you know, with the announcement being 48 hours away or whatever, it's like, yeah, I don't know that I need to do a second Abyss. A second Abyss strategy doesn't need to hit the YouTube channel in the week before the PoE2 update.
talent.
Yeah.
Finally caught my
I do like him more than Maven. Exactly. I definitely like him more than Maven.
Your lives are meaningless.
I think I confused when you followed up on a YouTube comment about
The others found strength.
the whatever it was that you suggested and then we included. I can't remember now.
I also can't remember. Let's go,
Oh my
Penance
God.
Brand. Get him.
I'm getting too old.
Why run?
Aren't we all? Man, Maven loot's so frustrating because it's like 90% of the time trash. Then the other, no. Sorry, 99% of the time trash. But then that 1%, it's like, well, I'm gonna go buy a boat. Exactly. I mean, there was a league where Quest Maven gave me Legacy of Fury, and that was like a league where I was not. I was still playing Toxic Rain, you know, standard setting on that, and Pox's version of Righteous Fire was running Legacy of Fury, and that was like a very hot commodity, that like very, very popular build at that particular moment. And it was just like, all right, well, I'm rich now. I just like basically made like enough off of that like day one Legacy of Fury to like get started on my my bow, my actual proper thicket bow. Felt pretty great. I was gonna ID all these later, like at the end of this, but I'm not.
Did you really think this would work?
Sirus, please, we want to help you.
Yeah.
Don't do anything hasty.
Destroying you is as easy as flicking a pen.
No! Relax.
How boring and small.
Yeah. True.
You want the Atlas? Take it. It's yours. But Orient, I will burn to the ground. Perhaps the suffering of my fellow citizens will finally stir something.
Rain of stars! Be utterly annihilated!
What's this? A real talent. You finally caught my attention.
Yeah, I finally caught his attention. It's great to be told that after the like 27th time in a row of
Oh yeah.
blowing
the
his head
helm
off.
implicit. Clear
The helm implicits, yes. Yes.
Rain of stars! Be utterly
Good comms.
The others
Come on down here
Yeah.
and die, please.
projections. They became reliant on it. Nothing so foolish.
This city is nothing! Obliteration! Rain of stars!
Oh, I just noticed that I got stunned there. I can feel that. I'm missing the lack of the stun flask. But not really. He's already phased? Man,
What's the point?
that feels pretty good.
Obliteration! Creation itself!
I am.
Alright. Yeah, that feels pretty good. Alright, let's just check this crown, make sure it's not useful in any way. It's not useful in any way. Zana, where's that portal, please? There we go. I think my opinion on the wine flask is that it's like one of the most fun items that they've ever added to the game. Hello, King's March. Goodbye, King's March. However, I don't actually think it's that great. I think it's very, very, very fun, and it can be insanely good. But a lot of the time, it's kind of mid or fine or whatever. And I think that's kind of perfect. The only real, like, whatever downside issue that I have with it is actually not the, like, overwriting. Like, you know, if you use it, it triggers again, it overwrites the buff. I know a lot of people say, like, no, I only manually use it. Nah, forget that. I'm not bothering with that. I'm setting it to automate, and then I'm just, you know, rolling the dice. I get whatever mods I get, and that's fine.
How boring and small.
It's very expensive, though. It's like, what is it, 76 charges per use? Like, it's a lot. But, you know, 20 seconds of uptime, like, I think it works pretty well. I don't really have much in the way of complaints on Wine of the Prophet as a flask, per se. Like, I think it's pretty good. And, like, even more than it being good, it's just fun. Like, I like that kind of, like, wild RNG stuff. The times where, like, you get a great proc at the right moment and it feels really good outweigh the times where you get Headhunter buff and then it steals Shroud Walker and you're teleporting all over the place out of control and you're like, please let this stop, you know? Like, I think it's worth it. I also hope the Soul Eater tech stays. I wouldn't really be that surprised if this does stick around in some form. It's hard to imagine it would stay exactly the same. Usually, though, if they do keep this kind of tech around, they'll just make it, like, harder to get the ring. Like, it'll just be less common, so they'll just bump the rarity up from, like, whatever it is, tier 2 to, like, tier 1 or 0. I don't think it needs to be tier 0, but if it went up to tier 1... yeah, that wouldn't be too bad. It does take very specific stuff, like very specific configuration in order for it to really work well. Like, part of the reason it works so damn well is Bladefall of Charthus existing. Like, if this didn't exist, it's not like you have some other skill that you can automate to constantly hit and hex touch for you. You'd have to figure out how to automate curse application through some other mechanism. So, like, there's that. You can't, like, get it out of Righteous Fire or something. Just, you know, first idea, worst idea. These are bad. Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
So, yeah, it's like a confluence of a lot of different things. So I think they could maybe even just leave it exactly the same, and if Bladefall of Charthus just doesn't stick around, it might just be, like, kind of hard to use a niche just on that alone. Because you're still relying on, like, having a reduced skill effect of Curse's Ring, which means Delve crafting a ring, and then Reflecting Prisming it, and it rolling negative, and not rolling too negative, and being, you know, like, negative 90% or 80% or whatever. So,
Did you really think
yeah,
this would work?
I think it could stick.
Please, we want to help you. Don't do anything hasty.
Destroying you is easy as flicking a pest.
I saw...
How boring.
I actually didn't watch the whole video. I watched, like, the first, like, 30 seconds of a Matho video in which he was talking about,
Take it.
the Charthus, like, Spectral Throw and Spectral Helix, maybe? Like, whatever the ones that are, you know, like, normally, like, the weapon throw style skills that are now, like, traps instead. I thought those were a cool concept when I first saw them in the run-up to the league. Like, I thought they could be really good or, like, really bad. Wasn't sure, and I think his takeaway was that they're, like, really good. But anytime you're playing, like, a trapper, I don't know. I'm not a huge trap fan. Kind of like mines more, weirdly. Yeah. And especially with there being so many other fun builds in this league, to be like, yeah, I love all the builds in this league that are enabled by the mercenaries, and that's why I'm going to play a trapper. Could couldn't bring myself to do it, even though I like the idea. It would be cool if they just kept the Trorthus skills around, is I guess what I'm saying. I might actually get around to like playing with some of them, like Spectral Helix of Trorthus, if I knew that they were going to stick around. They don't necessarily need to keep the mercs around, even though I love them and think they're super fun. Like, if they nuke mercs, you know, they don't go core, as is expected, I think. But they kept those skills around. They could just be, like, transcended versions of the skill gems. Like, that would work just fine. I think we only have, like, 1 or 2 Sirus kills left. Unless I want to buy more. Oh, standing in. Alright, nice. Oh, very nice. Almost didn't even notice the bismuth flask for a second there. That's great. Alright, so an Orias End and an Awakener's Orb. That's pretty good. There's no way this is worth anything. Yep, correct. Oh, she opened the portal way away. Alright, last run. At least for the time being.
Did you really think this would work?
Please, we want to help you. Don't do anything hasty.
Destroying you.
Alright, this is a perfect time to enjoy a bit of Coke Zero.
How boring and... You want the Atlas? Take it. It's yours. But Aurea? Aurea, I will burn to the ground. Perhaps the suffering of my fellow citizens will finally stir something.
Alright. Alright. Well, let's move on. I kind of like the story that they're going with in the current patch. I think it's interesting. The, whatever his name is. The guy that we've been helping. Egan Caesarius, maybe? I definitely like what they did with the Atlas, changing colors and catching on fire and being all petal covered and stuff. I think that's cool. I'm curious to see where this storyline's going. Obviously, they have a plan for it. You know, we've gotten like the first chapter of, if I had to guess, probably like a 3-part story. Pretty common story construction. Tell a story across 3 acts. We've gotten the first act, which kind of leaves us with more questions than we had coming in. Really gets us hooked for the second part of the story. Then the second part kind of explains some more detail, reveals some more detail about the conflict, and then leaves us in a little bit of suspense right before the third, which then resolves the conflict. You know, in most storytelling, you know, your Star Wars-y, whatever, traditional storytelling, well, traditional, you know what I mean, resolves the conflict happily, peacefully, but this is Path of Exile, so stuff tends to go badly. So maybe unpeacefully, no? Nice! Ending with a really strong finish there. Back-to-back Awakener's Orbs, that's pretty good. We can just ID these 2 rares, even though there's no way they're any good. And I am correct in thinking that. And now we go back to town. Thank you so much, Zana.
I'm sorry.
Alright, let's shove this stuff in the stash tab, jump to the hideout, let everything refresh here, and then we'll see what it's worth in the stash tab. All right, so I did 30. Yeah, 30 runs, and these are like 11 to a div. So 30 times 5 divided by 11, 13.6 divs. So we can just say 13.6 subtracted from whatever this number comes up being here, which this number is going to be wrong because I haven't looked at the value. Good grief. Okay. All right, 72 minus 13.6, so 58 divines in 30 Sirus runs. Wow. Now, I haven't looked at the mod values on any of this yet. 24% chance to explode, that's okay. 23, that's okay. Just wanted to see, are there any that are like a negative 10 to all res? I got a negative 11. That's pretty good. I got a negative 19. That's bad. 20. Nice. You know, for some builds, maybe getting all the way down to negative 20 is like ideal. I don't know what build that would be. No is the answer. Negative 12, maybe. Let's just see if we can find any that are like... I think 14 is not going to be worth anything. I think the massive ring really isn't worth much. But I was just curious if we could get any that are like... better than 11 or 12. It looks like no. I suppose I should have sorted these instead of like going through them multiple times, but yeah, this is fine. Okay, so negative 33 all res is 80 chaos. That's okay. Negative 36 is 50 chaos. Whatever. I assume it's gonna say that these threads of hope are worth nothing. 33? That's actually better than I thought. The Tempest Risings being worth 20 chaos is, like, probably not even true. I don't know that I could really sell all of these threads of hope. Well, there's no way I could sell all of them. The, like, negative 20 all res ones, those aren't gonna move. But, you know, these ones, maybe I could get a little bit. So with that being said, this is probably a little bit of an overestimate, but still 72 divines, and then minus 13, so like 58, even if we rounded down to like 56 divines, something like that. How long would I say that these took? So this is like 30, right? Oh, let's say like 56 divided by 30, just to round down a little bit, because some of the stuff won't actually sell. 1.86 divines per run, and then I was doing was it like 2.5 or 3 minutes? I don't know. I had a couple of deaths in there. Even if we let's just compare both. What is 60 divided by 2.5? It's like 24 runs, and then the alternative would be like 20. So like 20 to 25 runs an hour at 1.9 or 1.8. Even if we very low ball at 1.8 times like 20. Oh, hold on. 1.8 times 20, that's like 36 divines an hour off of this. That's like the absolute low ball. If we said like 1.86 times like 22, 35, 40 divines an hour, killing Uber Sirus. I feel pretty good about that. Now, maybe I high rolled on the Dominance Orbs and the Awakener's Orbs, but I don't know. That feels pretty nice. All right, that was pretty fun to do. Now let's just like throw in let's just throw some other fragments in there and just like see what I got here. I got another 4 Sirus's worth of fragments actually. I could do another 5. See if I get another Dominance Orb or Awakening Orb maybe. Yeah, the downside of doing like Uber Shaper is having to clear all the Guardians and then having to do the long runs through the intermissions. It's like, even if he drops valuable stuff, he has to really like pop off with the Sublime Visions. And then when it drops its of value, yeah, for it to be worth it. All right, and they're already phased. Good grief. That felt pretty good. I'm sure my GPU is loving the MTX that I'm running on the brand. My retinas are probably loving it too, but I can't get enough. I love how bright this build is.
As long as you give your GPU breaks,
Yeah, exactly. That's what, you know, jumping out and jumping back into the next is for.
Yeah.
This fight is particularly nice as Penance Brand with the Celestial Brand MTX because you can have it blasting on both of them at once the entire time you're in here. Feels pretty good. Man. Alright, that's enough balls chasing me. Look at that health go. Mamma mia. I actually do feel having taken off the stun avoid flask with eating those shaper balls. I feel them stunning me. Briefly, but still. It occurs to me I haven't really taken a caster build, or a strength build for that matter, to any sort of like links in PoE 2, so I gotta fix that in the coming league. Even if yes, I do gravitate toward dex builds pretty much all the time.
Yeah, even when we played Diablo.
You're right, I really did. Although when I
Yep,
think
you
about
were-
Diablo
you were
3
playing
and my
Demon Hunter, and then you were playing Monk.
yeah, when I think about my favorite characters in Diablo 3 ever, it's like Witch Doctor. None of this is worth anything. Damn, that was a terrible return on that. I think this boss costs like 5 divines to run. I made 40 chaos. Well, anyway. Yeah, I guess I have always kind of gravitated towards Dex characters. I think because I have a mindset of they move faster, they go faster, so they're better.
Yeah.
Very
Well,
high level
you
thinking.
played Crusader too, and that wasn't a Dex character, but I kind of feel like your Crusader is kind of like the armor stacker.
Yeah.
They're very similar.
I mean, in so much as anything in Diablo could be like that character, yeah.
Okay, technically, yeah.
I did always love Paladin in D2. I know. So, you know, it makes sense that Crusader really appealed to me in D3.
Yeah.
I almost never just play like a straight int character. I think that's why this one has felt like kind of revelatory. It's not like this is my first time playing an int character. I mean, like one of the first truly strong builds I ever played was Stormbrand Assassin back in Blight League. But it is rare. And I'm realizing it shouldn't be because this is damn good. Hi there, thank you. Just killing some Uber bosses for fun and, well, in the case of these guys, not so much profit, just fun. I'm loving the light show.
We should do streams more often. People stop in and tell us they love the content.
That's right. How else is anybody gonna say anything nice to us ever if we don't stream?
Well, there's
in
certainly
a
not gonna use
YouTube
the
comment section?
for it. No.
That's illegal.
Yeah. I mean, okay. To be fair, we do get some good feedback in
It's true.
the comments.
The majority of comments are good and nice or helpful or constructive. Really. But the negative ones are very strong. They leave an impression. Rock on. Hell yeah. All right, there we go. Okay, all right, I'm about to spend 10 divines with one click. All right, well, I tried. This is worthless. One divine. Nothing. Nothing. And there is no way that this is like... What? I mean, what is this? A hybrid leech? Like, that's nothing. Yeah. Oh well, I tried. Base worth anything? 12 chaos. Alright, you can stay in here without me. Elder Destiny Leather, actually, is that anything? No, right? Oh, right. I thought Destiny Leather was one of the new bases. No, it's not. Alright, I'm gonna leave in shame. I turned 10 divines into 10 divines into 0 divines. Alright, we'll put that in the unique tab. Alright, I have some more. Let's see. I don't think I can phase, what's his name, in time to not have to do the ball phase. And last time I did the ball phase, I just didn't dodge anything and I was okay. I don't think that'll happen this time. I think I will die, but, you know, let's try it out. I mean, who cares if I die, right? Technically, I could AFK over here for a few minutes. Well, not minutes, like 30 seconds, and get some endurance orbs, and I think I will. I'm going to enjoy my Diet Coke here real quick. Hey, Steve. Yeah, we are absolutely... We're hyped for PoE 2. I have no idea what I'm going to play in the next league yet,
You might
you know?
see some group play from us for a change.
Yeah, it's definitely something we're thinking about doing. I've never done group play in PoE 1 or 2, and it's supposedly really good in PoE 2. So, might be something fun to do. I think they're doing a great job with PoE 2. Like, I totally understand all of the criticism and frustration with last league. Damn it, I pushed him a little bit too fast. If I had, like, let him get started on a mechanic, casting like an obliteration or whatever, I think I would have been good. Can I do this? Am I good enough at video games to do this? Nope. Or am I? That's right. I am good enough at video games to barely live through a ball phase with like 9,000 life. There we go. And now he's dead, and Curio of Absorption, and a staff, and that's pretty cool, actually. Eldritch Orb of Annulment. Yeah, alright. Thanks, man. Okay. A perfect negative roll. Staff, that's pretty good. I barely even remember what the Utmost is. Let's go to the wiki. Pretty sure it's that neck that has like some random stats on it. Not random. The Utmost. It is an amulet with suppress, max all res, attack and cast speed, and LE pin. What a just a scatter shot
technically,
of stats.
we've already played PoE 2. We have PoE 2 videos.
That's true. That's true. We've got a lot of PoE 2 videos, in fact. But, you know, have been bouncing back and forth between the two. Pretty sporadically. Well, not sporadically, right? You know, just a seasonal model. The way everybody does, right? Actually, I will say over the last, like, 2 or 3 weeks, even before, like, hype season really kicked off with PoE 2, I did find myself going, like, not that I'm bored of PoE 1. Never bored of PoE 1. I could just play it forever. But I was, like, just going about my day, washing dishes, and thinking, like, man, it sure would be fun to get back in there and kick around a little bit more. PoE 2. See what's happening with some of those boss fights that I haven't touched in a while. Okay, I have 20 of them. I'm just going to buy... Really? The price went all the way to 8 per divine. Wow, I bought them all when they were 11 per divine. Alright, I'm just going to do like 5 more Siruses. I feel like that's a good move. Alright, let's do 5 more. Since I have the fragments on hand. Yeah, I was playing around with a character like last night while I was just like waiting around on a video to upload, actually. I was like, I'm gonna log on to PoE2 and just like play around with the character I haven't touched in a while.
How boring
Big warrior. And just did a couple of like Act 1 cruel bosses, and man, very fun.
Order, order, I will burn to the ground.
I really do wish mace skills work better in that game, because I like the idea of a lot of them. Like, I like the idea of, like, Sunder. It is super fun and cool looking, but the practicality of, like, stopping and self-casting a skill that takes, like, 1, 2, 3 seconds to go off and hit enemies in a cone in front of you is just not realistic in the way that maps, like, enemies work in maps. And it's unfortunate because it looks great, you know. Like if it were like a skill for a game that's more like Elden Ring, you know, like enemies moved at that kind of slower, more methodical pace in the way that players do, then it would work. It would totally rock. But because monsters still move insanely fast and hit very hard and can stun you out of casting the skill while you're like 75% of the way through it, doesn't feel great. And the thing is, it does hit well, so like, or hit for like a good amount of damage. It feels nice, right? So what people do is they just run like attack totems with it. But like, my experience with attack totems is I was told you have to play this game, Path of Exile. You will absolutely love it. Okay, sure, I'll make an account. I made my account before the game came out. Got in, was told attack totems are like where it's at when it, like at some point when I came back to the game, because initially I was like, this game's too ugly, I don't get it. Came back, I don't remember when. Was told you have to play attack totems. They're very good for a person who's bad at the game like you, who's new. Tried them. I was like, if this is what the game has to offer, I don't care for it. I didn't come back for like years after that. All right, let's see if I can block it. Okay, I blocked it, probably. Excellent. I like that idea. I like that idea a lot with mace skills in PoE 2. Yeah, like making it so that there is some positive benefit to the speed being slower, or there's like the ability to get the skill off quicker, but then it has some sort of, yeah, negative to it, like you lose some, I don't know, some radius or something. Not just damage, not just losing damage, but like losing something out of the deal. I think that would work pretty well.
Did you really think this would work?
Sirus, please, we want to help you. Don't do anything hasty.
Destroying you is easy as flicking a pest.
No.
How boring and small. You want the Atlas? Take it. It's yours. But order, I will burn to the ground.
Somebody can't behave themselves in chat.
Suffering of my fellow
Oh?
citizens will finally
Nope.
stir.
Uh-oh.
Be utterly annihilated. Rain of stars.
What's this? A real talent. You'll find
I thought I would be bored of this fight after having done it like 32 times in a row. Far from it. I like this guy. Oh my god, of course. Of course I'm saying something nice about him and then I die to death of death poisoning. No, that's fine. That's fitting. Honestly, I'm not even mad about it. Stupid ground degen. Okay, that was a close call. Recharge, please. Okay, good.
strength in their projections. They became reliant.
Yeah, that's enough dying for tonight.
Watch beauty crumble.
Oh, without question, yeah. I mean, if the damage is bad, then yeah, this fight becomes horrible. I think about, like, some of my early kills of non-Uber Sirus. As, like, Toxic Rain, it's very undergeared. Please get out of the way, Deatomization Storm. Please, I beg of you. You know, him, like, going, like, running all around the western side of town when he's up the stairs near, like, the exit to Kitava. Yeah. The storms are so cruel.
Be utterly annihilated. Fury of the cosmos.
Forget my high races. I am
Nice. Awakener's Orb. Very sick. That's pretty good. Man, I've been cleaning up with the Awakener's Orbs, I gotta say. Alright, let's see if we got an Explodey chest. Odds are low. Yeah, they're low.
I'm sorry. So sorry.
Alright. Let's run another one. Yeah, it's absurd. I have, I don't know how many hours of PoE. And it's not like I've never, ever done this before, right? Like, I've certainly sat and blasted a boss for a while, but I've never just, like, done it in any sort of methodical way where I'm like,
how boring.
yeah, I'm gonna do, you know, 30 kills of Uber Sirus or whatever. Like, I just can't think of a time I've ever said to myself, like, yeah, let's do that. Compared to the thousands of times where I've been like, yep, here's 100 different scarabs, and I'm gonna slap those into the map device with 100 maps, and we're gonna count every single penny that drops. Oh, without question, Abyss has won me over, yeah. Abyss is absolutely... I mean, if I had to pick farm strat of the league, for me, for solo currency making, like, not necessarily the most currency per hour, but just, like, the best experience of doing it, the most, you know, high currency, feels good to do, doesn't require gimmicky bullshit, Abyss is #1 without question. Strong boxes are cooler, right? Everybody loves strong boxes, but then if you really want them to work well, you gotta do strong box rolling, and then now they're not good anymore. And if you're not doing that, then they're good, but they're super RNG, and they're crazy expensive to, like, to be doing containment scarab run, like, you know, multiple divines, or close to multiple divines per map if you're doing tier 16.5s and containment scarabs. Abyss is cheap. It's easy. The only downside to it is, like, the one thing I'm praising here with Uber bossing. It's like 10-minute maps. That I don't love. That's the only bad thing I could say about Abyss, though, is, like, the maps are long, but they're long because they're very, very full of inexpensive, efficient monsters to kill. Please go away. Please go away, Deatomization Storm. I'm so close to getting your man. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I think if I were playing, like, an ultra-juiced version of the Armor Stacker, like, if I had taken all the currency that I put into this build and I just put in an Armor Stacker instead, I think I probably would like Maven. Like, if I could just face take the memory game, that'd be pretty good. Yeah, it's junk. I knew it would be, but gotta do something while we wait for Zana to get in here. I wanted to do a Blight strategy. Like, I tried to play around with, like, several different versions of a Blight video, and I wanted to make Blight Heart and, like, some of the other Blight Scarabs, I think Invigoration, work. And the issue with them is, like, I mean, they technically work, like, I guess. My my computer just didn't like them. Most people's don't, right? Like the FPS just is annihilated by like high level blight. And it's a bummer because like blight was my favorite league mechanic for ages. It was my favorite league at the time. Absolutely love Blight League. It was definitely the best RNG I think I've ever had. Blight League, I like at the time you could have like Nemesis mods on maps, and you could I think that gave you the chance, or maybe increased your chance of or maybe it was just like gamer voodoo, I don't know, of ancient orbing into a headhunter. And so like I set up, I got like a level eye level, I can't remember anymore. All I know is I got some sort of helm that I had read on Reddit was like or not helm, belt at a certain item level that I had read was like the correct way to do it. And then I got a bunch of ancient orbs together, and I went into a map, and I slapped the first ancient orb on, and I had a headhunter now. First time I ever had a headhunter, got it on the first ancient orb. And, you know, that kind of set the tone for the whole league, because I was, like, very early on in the league, like, second or third week, which, for somebody who was pretty bad at the game at that point, as to now, where I'm just, like, kind of bad at it, it felt, like, really good. Yeah, felt, like, huge. And then I, like, made, like, multiple in-game builds and was, like, not just, like, killing in-game bosses, because I'd done that for a while, but, like, demolishing in-game bosses in a way that I had never done before. It was like, that was kind of the point when I felt like my understanding of the game sort of like really came online. Please get out of that damn circle. Alright, there we go. Hi Ito, our plan for PoE 2 is to play the hell out of it. Absolutely love PoE 2, huge fan of it. Yeah, we've talked about PoE 2 and PoE 1 a bunch on the channel. Yeah. Yeah. Look, I know there are some haters, and I mean, I guess everybody's entitled to their opinion. But yeah. Bingo. Alright. I'm just gonna tank it. I'll probably live. Okay, yeah, I lived. Fine. Yes! Orb of Dominance. Hell yes. Yeah, I haven't gone back and tried to do Blight with this build. I do think I would probably, like, banish most of those Blight monsters to the Shadow Realm. Like, I feel like this build does enough damage to destroy Blight, but it's felt like by the time I had this build online and, like, ready to go, it was already PoE 2 hype season. I didn't think there was really, like... Yeah. I don't know, like a build in it or something, or not a build, but like a video. Why am I in King's March? I didn't feel like there was like a whole video idea left in Blight. Although maybe there is something to do to kind of fill some time. I would love to see Mercs go core. I think there are so many fascinating things that can be done with them. I know that Doriani's is like completely overtaken. I like Doriani's, like I think it's cool. I think the issue with it is just simply, like, there are a lot of things you could do with it, right? You could just make it so that, like, Merc resistances can't go below 0. That would fix that problem entirely. They could just nerf Doriani's. I don't really want that, though, because I think Doriani's builds are, like, really fun to balance out. Some of my favorite builds I've ever played have been... yeah, hi, Ole. Ola. I really liked, what is it, like, Lightning Strike Doriani's using Mahaxatl's Machination. That was, like, such a fun build to play as, like, a champion, maybe, like, 3 leagues ago. I know they nerfed Mahaxatl's Machination by nerfing, which one of the skills was it? Volpact? Yeah, that's it, Volpact. That made it super hard to use Mahaxatl's Machination for anything other than melee skills, obviously, and So I don't know that that specific configuration of whatever would work, but yeah. I definitely think that PoE 2 is going to be like better than it was the last two patches. You know, the first release was very hard. People were like, you know, is it hard because it's new or is it hard because it's hard? It seems like it's both. Then the second patch, Dawn of the Hunt, came out, and it was damn hard. It was like harder than the first time around for people who were experienced and had like, I spent time practicing. Like, I played a bunch of like characters through the first section of the campaign just to get like comfortable, and it was still like brutally difficult going through in Dawn of the Hunt League start because gear drops were just so non-existent. But they've made a lot of tweaks, and like if you go SSF start a character right now, the experience is like pretty good. I mean, it's not an easy game. It is a deliberately challenging game, but it's not like unfairly unrewarding. It just is like challenging. And so I think they're probably going to hedge closer to that, I guess permanently, but certainly like for the coming patch. I think the feedback at the start of Dawn of the Hunt was like negative enough to kind of make them course correct on what they're trying to do with the difficulty of the game in the early stages. I'm game for like the first few acts to be somewhat challenging, and you know, then it kind of tapers down as your character gets significantly stronger and moves faster and hits harder and all that. And then it ramps back up like once you get into high tier maps. That's kind of like, I think, the appropriate curve. That's kind of how PoE 1 is. You know, obviously we have, some of us have more than a decade of PoE 1 campaign experience, so like that makes it pretty easy to do. Thanks, Jardo. I'm looking forward to seeing that, yeah. Did he really not drop any rare gear at all? What a lame last kill. Oh well, whatever. Maybe I'll just buy a couple more. It's not like I'm counting them up, right? Like, I math this out and it looks like it's about 35 to 40 divines per hour, although I think that last dominance drop probably bumped it up a good bit. I really appreciate it. He's been incredibly helpful for people who have a lot of questions. People who need help. That's true. And sleep. Sometimes I even sleep. Let's see. Okay, I have 3 devouring fragments. Yeah, let's just clean out the old fragment tab. Maybe I don't want to bother with doing cortex. That could be a little boring. Okay, I don't need 43 of them, but like 2 would be good. Oh. All right, what do they cost in chaos orbs? 140? All right, that'll do. What do I need? 3 blazing fragments? Yeah, all right, I'll overpay for them. That's fine. And 2 devouring fragments. All right, let's slap down some Uber bosses. Oh yeah, I did. I set my filter all the way down to very strict. I did not do that for the first 5 times I killed him, so I may have lost a flask because of that, which is okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Steven. Glad that you know, that you're having fun with it. Yeah, definitely anything console related I know is like challenging, especially as a league is like getting a bit more yeah, advanced, you know, whatever, deep into it. I feel bad for people on console trying to, like, make trade work. Let's go. There we go. Oh, yeah. Very carefully. Alright, yeah, definitely lost on that one. Ravenous Passion, Tin Chaos. Ooh, boy. Alright, let's go kill, what's his name? The Fireman.
Your absurd defiance.
Oh, yeah.
Here, hatchling.
Exactly.
Defiance of a thousand suns.
Yeah. I didn't have quite enough damage to get him over the hump. Oh, alright. Okay. Jump scare. Damn it. Alright, just kill me. Just leave me dead. I'll just wait until all the balls have gone through. Yeah, it was bound to happen. I'm surprised it didn't happen in the last one. I thought I managed to not clip 2 of them, but I did. So, there it is.
Defiance of a thousand suns.
Damn it. No, ball phase again. Oh, this is what I was afraid of. Yeah, okay. Cool. It's time to die instantly. Boo. That's true.
Annihilation. The hatchling surprises.
Yes. That's true. Yeah, sorry I'm not as good as Ben. Yeah. It's true. Yep.
When I'm ready, and not before. Exile, do something.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the sales pitch. We'll definitely see what you say. That's right. That's right. I really do like that Exarch ball phase. I think the hardest part for me is doing it when you're, like, too fast. Like, trying to do it on, like, a Pathfinder build that has, like, Quicksilver Flask and is a Pathfinder is, like, very difficult. I feel like the slower you are, the easier it is to do Exarch. I said that when PoE 2 came around and they were adding in WASD that I was definitely going to switch over to that and learn it. And, like, that was going to make it so it was beginning to be, because of all my decades of playing WoW, it's going to be super easy for me to dodge, you know, mechanics like ball phase. And then I never bothered to learn WASD, so never mind. Yeah, it's true. Game ain't even out yet. That's true. Yeah, I never learned WASD. I'm just gonna kite that ball all the way through to the end. I remember, like, a few leagues back, one of the challenges was kite all of the balls during, I think it was regular Shaper. I think this predated Ubers, but it was like kite all the balls on Shaper. That's a brutal one. Come on, give me something good. Sana, please. Nope. Not even close. That's right. All right. I think we can call this one last one of the night. It is 5 in the morning. Let's do one final Sirus. See if we get ourselves a nice little Dominance Orb out of the deal. That would be pretty sick. I lost track of how many Sirus runs we've done. I think this is number 36. We did 30, then I think I did 5 more, I think. Then this would be 36. Let's just take a look at what I made. 89 divines. It's pretty good.
Did you really think this would work?
Sirus, please, we want to help you. Don't do anything hasty.
Destroying you. Yes, it is easy.
Yeah, I think that's correct for YouTube chat, yeah.
How boring
Yeah.
and small. You want the Atlas? Take it. It's yours. But Aurea, I will burn to the ground.
Alright, Sirus.
Suffering of my fellow citizens will
Time to die, big dog. That would be interesting to see how, obviously it would be stripped down, but like some version of Necropolis League crafting being in PoE 2. One-way crafting, not necessarily weak, just, you know, you craft an item up and then the item is now what it is, and there was RNG along the way, and good luck to you. Like, I think that'd be pretty fun. I want there to be more robust crafting systems in PoE 2, but I don't necessarily like... As much as it would be convenient to just like be able to deterministically craft gear or, you know, have control over more mods, it does kind of run counter to what they're trying to do. Please come down and die. Yeah. Like, I'm okay with you there. Get down off that throne and die.
Why run? What's the point? Fury of the cosmos.
Yeah.
Glorious flames.
Or I could just be talking.
all this pain.
Yeah, I'm often just talking. I don't need anyone else. That's right. Alright, pizza topping tier, let's go. Well said. Oh my god, I got out of there in time. That's not a... Well, alright. I feel like that's a necessity. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. That's got to be the goat. Yeah. I'm a big pineapple man. I know it's controversial, but it's good. It's good. Yeah, no problem. Little of both. Little of replying to people on another platform, a little of just talking to talk. Yeah. Alrighty. Yeah. Pineapple on pizza's goated. Alright, let's do an audience with the king. Whatever. That was the last Sirus of the night, but I got this. Might as well slam it. See if I get anything good. I'm a big fan. I love savory applications of like sweet things, you know. Oh, all right, he got melted. Yeah, not exactly an Uber boss.
A slither of what my home feels like.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, I think that's the move. I got lost in the maze.
The Wildwood's power is mine.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the move is probably just to put chat on screen. Yeah. Something to figure out as I get better at streaming. Yeah, very easy to do. Yeah, alright. Garbage out of the King of the Mist, that's okay. I liked Necropolis too. I crafted some pretty absurd gear, which was definitely like beyond my capacity to craft normally, which felt pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, me too. I like seeing that too. Oh, that's a great pizza order. That is a great pizza order. Yeah, that's very much in line with my kind of pizza order too. I like pineapple and mushroom and pepperoni together. I know that's a little weird for some people, but I like all three of them together. They really do it for me. Or any combination of the three, though, is good.
Oh, good.
Why, hello.
Alright, I'm just gonna disenchant all of these boots. I don't want to try and sell them. I am gonna...
Great.
I don't know if they're worth qualitying up, to be honest. Like, the 20 clicks required, 21 clicks, whatever, for each pair of boots required to get the quality up. I don't actually remember what these disenchant into. It's probably better to just not even bother picking them up and just, like, buy T0. Oh, no, they're 100,000 dust. That's not bad. That's not great. These are all junk. Wow, that's really junk. 16K. Okay. I feel like I've been ripped off. I think that's it for junk. Yeah. All right. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, learning how to craft stuff is really satisfying in PoE. It really makes you feel so smart. Like when you learn how to craft a new item or whatever. It's been nice having this, you know, the Discord and the YouTube channels, of course, but the Discord and, like, getting to talk with people and stuff. I feel like there's a community. I think that's really cool. And streaming's just another part of that, right? Getting to, like, talk and interact with people. It's nice, you know, it makes your world feel like it's bigger than it otherwise would be. That is true. Yeah. Yeah. That's... I would definitely be doing that if I didn't have somebody here to, yeah, help keep me in line. I mean me. Oh, okay. Yeah, they won't make themselves, so who knows? I do love coffee. Although it's a bit late for coffee. We're past the coffeeing hour at this point. Yeah. Well, alright, I'll bear that in mind when I'm European. As soon as I become European, I'll start doing it. Alrighty. This build... That's right. That's right. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. Yeah, Betrayal's a lot to learn, but it feels pretty good once you get the handle on it. And then they reworked it this time around, so yeah. I mean, I think so, but you know, it's somewhere in there. This helm is definitely like a lot. I would say the budget on the build is probably like Mage Blood and at least 500 Divines. I'm not sure how much more than that I've spent, but you can pretty much just go infinite budget if you want to, but I would say like minimum is like Mage Blood and several hundred Divines. I mean, we're using a Swollen, so that alone adds like 100 plus. And then we got some pretty nice gear in here as well, you know, 1300 ES body armor, 8-link helm, Corrupted Coiling Whisper, Mirrored Ring with reduced skill effect duration on curses, like all of that. Oh, this is Mage Blood. This is an MTX for it. It's the, what is that? It's the intravenous Mage Blood. That's why I have the IV bag following me around with 4 flasks in it. Normally, if I don't have the flask MTX on, like if I swap the flasks around, no, maybe not. I think it's because I have MTX turned on for them. Yeah, there they go. See, they got like that glow around them from the belt that otherwise wouldn't be there because they're supposed to look like IV bags. Yeah. Alright, let's turn that MTX back on. I need to be nice and glowing like a good elementalist. I love this build. I love everything about like all the aesthetic and everything, as well as the style of play. Yeah, this has really worked out for me. Thank you, Master Slim. Yeah, PC UI definitely is good. All right, well, thanks everybody for tuning in tonight. Had a lot of fun really giving it to Sirus and actually getting pretty good return out of the deal. What is that like? Yeah, 4 Dominance Orbs and like 7 Awakener's Orbs. I think it was less than 40 Divines, or definitely less than 40 Divines. I think it was less than 40 kills. I think it was some weird number like 36 kills, like 87 Divines and 36 kills. That's, you know, that's pretty good. I don't know exactly what the cost on all that is, but, you know, it's like 35, 40 Divines per hour. Pretty good. I don't think that MTX is in the game anymore, unfortunately. But you never know what they'll add next. Yeah. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Alright, everybody. You have a good night. Take care. We'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.